Hi, this is Dr. Robert Stein. Thank you for viewing my YouTube channel. Today we're going to continue the course and we're going to talk about diabetes. Diabetes is excess of sugar in your body, in your bloodstream, that causes different types of conditions and diseases. We need to change that, educate you on that, so you can decrease the sugar so you don't cause these problems. There's different types of diabetes. There's type 1, type 1.5, type 2, and type 3. Type 1 diabetes is juvenile diabetes. Something happened in the childhood, this is found when you're young, that either killed the cells. What happens is, don't forget from our last video, is the pancreas produces insulin. Insulin is what allows the sugar to go into the cell. Everybody needs insulin for the body to produce sugar to go to the cell, so the cell gives the energy that it needs to perform and live. So what happens is when you have type 1 diabetes, something happened to you early in age. What happens is you killed the cells, or the pancreas cells died from either an infection, an allergy, or your own body killed its own cells to produce insulin. So now you can't produce insulin to get the sugar into the cell. If you have trouble picturing that, go to my last video. I described in detail how each insulin cell is like the doormat that allows the sugar to go into the cell. Go back to that video if you don't understand what I'm saying. So what happens is the pancreas is not producing the insulin. So what happens is the cell is not allowing the sugar to go into the cell. So when you have juvenile diabetes, you have to get medical grade injectable insulin. Now when we were younger, years ago, you had to inject it, take a blood test naturally. Now they actually have all different types of technology to where you have a delivery system for insulin. It's computerized. The doctor figures out how much insulin you need as a young adult or as a child to continually get enough insulin for the amount of sugar you intake. Here's the thing that you got to understand. Juvenile diabetes, the less insulin you need to take, the better it is. The less medication you need, the less the doctor prescribes, the better it is for your body long term. So there is a way, when you have juvenile diabetes, to combine your food right, eat the right supplements and take the right supplements, so you need less insulin. That will be future on the Live Longer, Live Well portion of the videos on how to combine the right foods for the bio-individualized person. That's coming up later. So don't forget, type 1 diabetes, infection, autoimmune, you killed your own cells that produce insulin, so the body can't get sugar into the cell. Now we'll move to diabetes 1.5. Same exact condition, but it happens as an adult. So when you're over 20 and you get an infection, you're autoimmune, your body goes all funk, you get some type of disease or something that happens where it kills your pancreas, you drank too much, you smoked too much, you did too many drugs, you killed your cells from overusing your pancreas, then now you don't produce any more insulin. How you could tell that you're a type 1 diabetic or a type 1 is you do the A1C hemoglobin. A1C hemoglobin, like I explained in the last video, shows you an average of how much sugar you have in your body for 3 months. If this blood chemistry marker is elevated when you're young, if it's at 10 or 20 or 100, then you definitely have type 1 or type 1.5 diabetes, especially if you're younger. If it's that skyrocketing when you're older, you possibly could have type 2 diabetes. We'll go over that in the next video. Type 2 diabetes, that's the most common diabetes that all of you acquire, and we'll talk about the next video. Don't forget, like and subscribe to my channel. You can read about diabetes. It's a big killer. It's found in all kinds of people. And we will change how you accommodate to diabetes. You'll follow up the knowledge and information I'll give you, and then you'll get the results you and your family need to give you the least resistance to diabetes. Dr. Robert Stein out.